Hey there, my friends. Welcome to the Dallas Daily Show, coming at you from the Neighborhood Loan Studio here in St. Louis, Missouri. Today's episode is Grandma Elma's Sign. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I'm going to tell you from my wife's side of the family, I'm going to tell you a little story about Grandma Elma. So Grandma Elma is obviously my wife's grandmother on her dad's side. Her dad's name is Dave. Our kids call him Pop Pop, but Grandma Elma was his mother, and she died a number of years ago, but she had this sign in her house, and the sign actually said, so adorable, it said, "My house is clean enough to be healthy and dirty enough to be happy." I'm going to say that one to you again. My house is clean enough to be healthy and dirty enough to be happy. And I just love that sign, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think too often we try and perfect the environment at the risk of the relationships. Ooh-wee, that's a good one. Sometimes we try and protect the environment at the risk of the relationships. Last week or a few episodes ago, I talked about our dining room table and this idea that life happens here. That's what Grandma Elma was talking about with that sign as well. Life marks, right? You want to have healthy environments. My house is clean enough to be healthy, but you don't want it to be so pristine that life can't happen here. Growing up, I knew somebody who their house was kind of like a museum. And heck, even my family, it was kind of like that to a point because we would have people come in from out of town and there was the guest room and my mom didn't want us messing with the guest room. She had the teapot set up for them and the nice quilt and comforter and everything in there. And so there were certain rooms that were meant to remain pristine. And that's not a knock on anything, but this other family that I knew growing up, for them, it was like, don't touch that, don't move that. Why did that get moved? It was that sort of environment. And they also weren't a very healthy family. There was a lot of tension in the home. And one of the things I say in my power script for my own life is, I am so happy and grateful now that my home is an oasis of peace. So my home is one of these things that I want to go home and I want to be able to relax and I want to be able to kick my feet up. And we have these pillows. We have a sectional couch in our living room, family room area, and we have these pillows all set up. And it is almost impossible for my wife and I to keep those pillows looking nice because no sooner do we put the pillows back and fluff them and pop, 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 and set them nicely on the couch. Then one of the boys comes in and plops down on it and then moves them around and tosses them, throws one on the floor. And I'm like, why did you throw the pillow on the floor? Life is happening. That's why. Nothing is ever perfect, right? Perfection is actually impossible. Happiness and contentment is totally attainable. And I think if we strive so hard for perfection, we're missing out on the possibility of contentment. We're missing out on the possibility of joy. We're missing out on the possibility of happiness in relationships, right? We're missing out on if we need it to be perfect, we're missing out on the richness of the relationship. We need perfect meaning. We need a perfect job. We need a perfect result. We need a perfect financial situation. We're missing out on all the potential meaning that is available to you and I. Because that meaning, that depth, that wisdom that we can gain there, that actually is the richness of relationships. And that's where the healthy comes from. That's where I'm grateful for the moments. I'm grateful for the moments on the couch with the boys. I'm grateful. As frustrating as it is to have to pick another pillow up or tell them to pick a pillow up, I'm still grateful for the fact that they're willing to sit on the couch with me, that they want to snuggle up to dad, that they want me to back tickle their shoulders and stuff like that. I'm more grateful for that than I am for a pristine couch situation. I'm more grateful for the life marks on the kitchen table than I am the fact that they don't ever want to be around the kitchen table. Our yard is not perfect, and our several sections of our yard are trampled down because the kids in the neighborhood come and play at my house. Guess what? I could trade a perfect yard where I tell the kids, don't step on the lawn, or I could have the happiness, the contentment, the reward of the relationship. What do you want? Do you want your life to be so clean that it seems healthy, but it's not? Or do you want it to have a little bit of dirty for the happiness and contentment? Maybe you want Grandma Elma's sign up there. And that's what we're going to have you do on your positive play call card today. So it's kind of a small placard, kind of a small sign, but what I'm going to have you do at dallasdailyshow.com, if you don't have your positive play call templates yet, download that, and on there, you're going to write the phrase that Grandma Elma's sign said. It's, my house is clean enough to be healthy and dirty enough to be happy. My house is clean enough to be healthy and dirty enough to be happy. That's what I want you to write on that today. And I want you to think, where in my world, I should say, are the relationships rewarding enough that I actually love the little bit of dirty? I love the fact that it's not perfect and pristine. I love the fact that it's filled with joy and happiness and rewarding relationships instead. So that's what I got for you, my friend. Let me pray for your 4 eyes before you leave here today. Your insight, your imagination, your intention, and your impact. May you increase. First, in your insight, that is the revelation that you're receiving today, what you're learning today. I also pray that you would increase in your imagination of who you are and what's possible for you. I pray, my friend, that you would increase in your intention. That is, your will and your action, that they would align. And I also pray that you would increase in your impact, the positive impact that you are having with others around you. May your house be clean enough to be healthy, but dirty enough to be happy. May you increase in your 4 eyes. And as I always like to say, go out there and have a championship day.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more tools, go to dallasdailyshow.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.